Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be doing some scary stories for you guys. These scary stories are actually true stories that has happened to me and my family members. I am sitting in my old bedroom, which is now my sister's bedroom. This is one of the stories that have impacted us the most because it's been the most memorable one and the most scariest one. So me and my sister were having an argument this one night. We're fighting over a pair of earrings that I had borrowed and she couldn't find and blah blah blah. We're going to sleep. My mom was telling us don't go to sleep mad at each other because the bad thing's gonna get you. We didn't care. We went to sleep all pissed off, and I'm not even kidding when I tell you this. It sounded like somebody was arguing right outside our window. Our window's right here if you cannot see it. My bed was against that wall over there that's in front of me, which is my mom's wall to her bedroom. And ANAHI'S bed was on this side over here, right behind me, against this wall right behind me. All of a sudden, you hear arguing outside of the window. And all of a sudden, you hear somebody throw what it sounds like a baby against the window. It sounded like a really, really loud thump. And as soon as it hits the window, you hear crying. Like a baby crying. That made it even more real for us. So we jumped up. We ran out the door to tell our mom, but my mom was already at the door, and she was like, what was that? And we're like, it sounded like a baby. It sounded like somebody threw a baby against the window. What if our neighbors threw their baby? Because our neighbors had just had their baby. My neighbor's daughter, I'm not gonna say any names, but she had just had her baby, and she was living with her husband, I think, in their house for a little bit. And I was like, I thought the arguing was them, you know, them as a young couple. I thought it was their arguing. So when I heard somebody throw something when it sounded like a baby against the window, I immediately thought of them. And I was like, oh my God, did they really just throw a baby against our window, you know? And I was too scared to like open the blinds and see whatever was gonna be on the window all smudged and everything. So we didn't go near the window. We ran out. But my mom was already at the door, and she was asking us that if we were arguing, that if we had thrown something at each other, or if that we had thrown something at the window. We're like, nope. It was outside. Outside that window, somebody threw something at the window. It sounded like a baby. My dad still owned what I think it was a rifle or something, like a hunting rifle. I don't know what it was. So he got his gun and he went outside to take a look. He went all around the house. Even my neighbors came out. Well, the guy came out, and my dad's friend, and he was like, hey, did you hear that? And my dad was like, yeah, I thought it was you guys. And my daughter thought it was like you guys and your daughter and your son-in-law with the baby and blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, no, me and my wife, we were listening. We thought it was your girls fighting, blah, 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 and this and that. And we're just like, no, it wasn't us. It wasn't them. So they kept looking around the yard and everything. They even turned the lights on in the back. There was nothing there. At the end, they saw 2 cats. And my mom said that supposedly the cats were probably like doing something. They were having a passionate night, I guess. My mom was still kind of being skeptic about it. She was like, yeah, you know, it was the cats. But at the same time, you could see it in her face that she was just really, really scared of what it could have been. We were really like shaken up, and we didn't really want to sleep in the bedroom again. Like, we didn't want to go back to sleep in our room, but we had to. Alright, second story. This has to do with, I hate saying this word, especially on camera, because I don't like it, but it has to do with a demon. People say that demons can take forms, like different forms, whether it's an animal or a person or a thing or whatever. So exactly. So that's why I'm really, really scared of. I'm really scared to tell this story because I'm gonna have to walk through that hallway right now when I leave. My mom's bedroom is right at the end of the hall, and ANAHI'S praying already. The hallway, it's as wide and long as a door. So it's like, it's really, 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 it's like straight like this, and you just, when you look at the end of the hallway, you see my mom's door. So if my mom's door is open, like, I'm not even kidding, like, you feel like somebody is staring at you so hardcore that you like feel the eyes burning in the back of you. This hallway to me has always been scary ever since I was a little girl. And my mom has stories that she would hear like a little child walk or run across the hall. She says it's a little boy because I used to play with him or something like that. So you hear him run across the hallway at night when everybody else is asleep. That's the haunted hallway story. So anyways, I was really mad at my mom. I stormed off into my bedroom. And then my mom was like, oh, you know, the witch is gonna come and get you, blah, 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 because you're mad and all this stuff. Me being so naive and young and everything, I got scared. So I basically, when I was gonna run back to the living room. But as soon as I tried to run back to the living room, there's this door on the floor in the middle of our hallway. And that door leads to under the whole house, like the foundation of the house. And I was running. And I swear, I see a vacuum like in the middle of the hallway. Now this is really weird because first of all, we don't own a vacuum. We didn't own a vacuum and we didn't have any carpet in the house. And I was gonna bump into it, but I went like this to kind of like stop myself from bumping into it. And then all of a sudden it became, I thought I saw my little brother. Pablo was already like maybe like 3 years old, I think. So I was like, Pablo, and I went like this. I turned even more around, and as soon as I did my whole 90-degree turn around to look at him, I saw, I swear I'm not even lying, I saw, if y'all do not know who Samara is from The Ring, I will put a little picture so y'all can see what it is. Oh my gosh, I swear I saw her standing right next to me. Like I saw the white dress, I saw the black wet hair, and I saw the blue skin. Like I saw the whole thing just standing right next to me. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't scream, I almost peed my pants. All I remember is me running and screaming. Like, I don't even know how I got to my mom's side in the kitchen. I literally jumped from the middle of the hallway to the end of the hallway. And I ended up on my mom's lap. And I was like, I was looking for like a weapon. I don't know. I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do. I was like, Mom, there's something in the hallway. There's something in the hallway. The thing is in the hallway. And I was just like, I couldn't even get words out. And my mom laughed at me because she thought I was kidding. She was laughing at me because she thought I was being paranoid. And she goes and looks into the hallway and there's nothing there. Not a vacuum, not my brother, nothing. There's nothing there. There's nothing in the middle of the hallway. Nothing. It was clean. It was clear. As soon as my mom saw that I was shaking and I was trembling, like she knew that I had seen something. It took me so long to get over it. It took me so long to be able to stay in the house by myself. I couldn't stay in the house by myself. I couldn't go to the restroom by myself at night. I couldn't go into the hallway by myself. The lights had to be on. My mom kept the lights on in the hallway for like almost like 3 months, I think. She wouldn't turn them off because I would not go through the hallway. It was terrifying. I had a few nightmares after that experience. I don't even know like how long it took me to get over it, but it took me a while. But yeah, that's the haunted hallway story in my house. And I'm gonna show you guys, before I end the video, I'm gonna show you the hallway. I'm gonna give you a little tour of the house just so you guys can kind of know. Story number 3. This one happened in the kitchen. This one didn't happen to me. It happened to my uncle. So my uncle, I'm not gonna say any names because I don't know if they want to be mentioned. He was staying here with us for a while. And around that time, it was me, my mom, and my dad. My uncle was staying here along with this other guy. One afternoon, my parents took me to the store. We went out to the store and everything. And my uncle stayed here at the house by himself. My mom warned him to, if he hears anything, not to worry, that it's probably just a ghost, blah blah blah. My uncle was, I guess you can say, a skeptic. He didn't really believe in ghosts. He didn't believe in like spirits or anything like that.
Now he believes.
And now he believes. When we came back, my uncle was already outside on the stairs, freaking out. He didn't want to go near the house. He didn't want to go in by himself. So when we asked him what happened, he said that he had been in the living room watching TV, like any other day. And then he heard the ice cream truck. He went to go buy some nachos with cheese and jalapenos and blah, blah, blah. And he came inside. He put the nachos on the table, on the kitchen table. And he opened the chair and he sat down. Okay, so he was like, damn, I should have bought a soda. And he went back to the ice cream truck to get a soda, and he left the chair open. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but my mom has always told us that you're not supposed to leave a chair on the table open with a plate of food right in front of it unless you want the dead to sit down and eat. Because it's like inviting the dead to sit down and eat. You're leaving the chair open and you're leaving a plate there for them. So you're not supposed to do that. You're either supposed to put the chair in or put the plate towards the middle of the table. And my uncle left the nachos right on the spot and the chair wide open. He left the house. And when he came back, he said he saw somebody what looked like a football head shaped person sitting on a chair eating his nachos. He got so mad, he thought, I don't know how the other guy looked like, but he thought it was the other guy who lived there with us. He got so mad because he's like, this damn dude is eating my nachos and he didn't even ask for them and blah blah blah. So he thought it was the other guy, right? So he was sitting on the stairs waiting for us to get home with his soda, all mad. And he said he saw the bus stop, because back then, well, they barely took the bus stop off a while ago, but we used to have this bus stop right in the corner of our street, so you could see the people getting off the bus. And my uncle looked over and he saw the guy that lived with us during that time get off the bus. He's like, wait a second, if he's over there, then who the hell is in the kitchen? Because he saw somebody sitting in the kitchen eating his nachos. So when the guy gets to the door, he's like, weren't you just in there? And he's like, no, man, I just got home from work. Didn't you see me get off the bus? And my uncle's like, then who the hell is eating my nachos? And he's like, I don't know. And when they went inside, the nachos were there. The chair was still wide open. But the whole tray of nachos was still there, untouched.
Just cold.
Just cold. My uncle didn't even eat them. He threw them out because he got so freaked out. So he threw out the nachos. And they both ran out the door and they waited for my mom to get there. And my mom was like, why are y'all outside? Oh, hell no, we're not going inside. There was somebody eating my nachos and there was nobody there. Their head was shaped like a football. Kind of like Stewie, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was freaky. It wasn't like, it didn't happen to me, so it's not a scary thing, but it happened to my uncle, and that was kind of freaky.
Never leave the chair open.
So never leave the chair open with a full plate right in front of it, because you're just inviting the dead to sit down and eat. So that's the third story. Alright, fourth story, real quick. Really short story. This is when my mom first moved into the house with us, with me. I was 4 years old. They first moved into the house. This house was brand new to my mom. So one of the things that she found in the backyard was it seemed to like a tombstone, but made out of bricks. And it had a little flower sticking out, kind of like a pet's graveyard. And my mom always thought that maybe either somebody buried a child there, or somebody buried a pet, like an animal. And I'm pretty probably like, oh, who would bury a child in the backyard? But if I'm thinking maybe their ashes or something like that. I'm not thinking their body. I'm thinking maybe their ashes or something like that, being buried in the backyard just to keep them close to them. I don't know. People have different opinions of how to keep their loved ones close. So this is what my mom found in the backyard. And after she found this, she told me that this one night she kept, and not just one night, it started the night that she found the little tombstone in the back, but she would hear the shower in her bedroom. She has her own little shower bathroom in her room, so whenever they would be asleep in the middle of the night, she would hear the shower head open, like somebody was going to go in and take a shower. They would like go like this. You can hear them squeaking, and then you would hear the water fall out, like the shower running, and you would hear like the soap slipping or the soap falling or a bottle falling. I don't know, like somebody rumbling around inside taking a shower. And this happened for a few nights in a row. She would wake up my dad, and my dad would look, and there was nothing there. The shower's dry. There's no water anywhere. So where was the noise coming from? It was coming from the bathroom, but there was nothing there whenever they would check. So a week passed by, and my mom had enough. And this one night, it got really loud where she heard stuff falling, like really hard, falling off the bathroom. She got scared, and she started yelling and saying, you know, I'm not going to go anywhere. This is my house now, so leave me alone. Let me sleep. And after that, the shower went off. The thing stopped squeaking. No more noises. Everything went quiet. And it never happened again after that. And that's a really short story, but that's one of the first things my mom experienced when she first moved into this house. And it never happened again. After that, it never happened again. Story number 5. This happened to my sister. So, I had to stay home alone because we were going to go somewhere. She had homework to do, so she stayed home by herself. And when my mom called her and told her to take a shower before it got late, she was in my mom's room, and she opened the door to my mom's room to go out into the haunted hallway, what do we call it, and to go into the restroom because she would take showers in the restroom in the hallway. She did not like my mom's restroom. So she was going to go take a shower, and as soon as she opened the door, she saw like an orb coming out of my brother's room, which is the third room in the house. It's the smallest room, coming out in slow motion, really slowly, and then it just like paused, and it went into the restroom with lightning speed. Like it just went choom. He was like, the orb was coming out of the room just to like seeing like, is anybody home? And then it just like pew, right into the room. Right into the restroom. And this isn't the only time we've seen something come out of my brother's room and go into the restroom. Whenever we have company, somebody's like, oh, hey, is somebody else here? Somebody went into the restroom. Oh, I saw somebody go into the restroom. Is the restroom busy? Whenever they would ask us if they needed to use the restroom, they'd be like, is the restroom busy? Because I just saw somebody go in there. There's nobody else here. Nobody else lives here. Well, somebody went into the restroom. They came from the room and went into the restroom. Who was it? I don't know, because there's nobody there. That was ANAHI'S experience, and I think it was probably one of she doesn't really have that many. So another one, really short story that happened to ANAHI was basically, she was, I don't know how old she was. She had this DORA doll that came out this one year where you put Dora in the bathtub with you and she swims with you. I had sent her to the living room to get my phone because it was ringing. And as soon as she got there, I guess she noticed her Dora doll. It was on top of we used to have this big fish tank that my dad was so proud of. And it was really like, 5 feet long and like 2 feet wide. The Dora doll was right on top of the fish tank, and the Dora doll was facing the wall, away from the hallway. And ANAHI went to go get my phone, and as soon as she was looking at it, the doll literally just turned its head to look at her, and it blinked at her. And ANAHI freaked out, and she just ran into the room and did not want to come out. I got freaked out, so I didn't go anywhere either. We just ended up calling my mom and telling her that, that the doll had moved to come home and blah, blah, blah. And when my mom did come home, the doll was just there. She hadn't moved. She hadn't done anything. But Anahi saw her turn her head and blink at her. So my mom threw it out because normally that's what we do with things that are haunted. We throw them out. And this is not the only time we've had problems with dolls.
I'm gonna show y'all what I do every night. Hold on, let me get the doll out.
You have a doll in there?
It's a very nice doll. I love her. But since things have happened before, this is what I do every night. Turn it over here. I have a lock on here. Say goodbye. And I lock it.
Okay, so we have 2 Halloween stories for you guys. This first one is it's kind of freaky, but not too intense. So this one happened in our kitchen. We were all in the living room just hanging out. We had family over, so we didn't go trick-or-treating or anything. We were just giving out candy and everything, just hanging out. And everybody was in the living room. There was nobody in the bedrooms, nobody in the kitchen. And you hear this bang, 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 shh, and pa, pa, pa. Like all this like pans and dishes flying out of the cabinets. You can hear the drawers opening and slamming, and the spoons and the forks jingling and clacking. And all of us we're sitting down all relaxed, and we're like, we're just like this looking at each other like, what the heck? What is that? What the heck is going on in the kitchen? Everybody, I mean, when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Everybody got up and ran to the kitchen because we literally thought we were under some sort of attack. Everybody ran towards the kitchen. You guys, there's not one cabinet open. There was not one drawer open. There was not one dish on the floor broken. There was no pans on the floor. Everything was in its place. Everything was closed. All of the dishes were safe inside in storage because we heard dishes breaking on the floor. But there's nothing, literally nothing on the floor. Everybody was so freaked out. We're just like, what the heck is going on? And my mom was like, oh, it's just a ghost. Yeah, by then she was so used to it. And we're just like, okay, I guess. Thanks for the scare on Halloween night. We didn't eat it. Alright, I'm really thirsty. I've been talking for so long. This is the last one I'm going to tell you guys. This one happened to me, to my sister, and one of our friends. A family friend. So me and Anahi were in this bedroom. We didn't have my brother yet, so it was just me and Anahi. The third bedroom that we have for Pablo now, it was a guest bedroom to this family that my mom and my dad were letting them live here for a while. The couple's daughter, she was a little bit older than me. She was maybe like 5 years older than me. This Halloween night, we wanted to go trick-or-treating. She got dressed up. I got dressed up. Then I got dressed up. My dad took us out on the van. My sister was a witch. My friend was, she was like a Renaissance themed princess. It was just like a regular princess or something. We were all dressed up and we went out trick-or-treating. And we got to this one house. Really freaky, by the way. There was a commotion. I noticed the commotion when we got there, but we didn't really pay attention to it. We were just like, oh, maybe they're just, their family and stuff. So there was this girl in the lawn wearing the white dress. Dressed like Samara. It was the year where lots of people like dressing like her because I think there was like a new movie that came out.
It was when the new one came out.
I think the second Ring movie had just come out barely like a few months ago. So everybody wanted to be Samara. Ha ha ha, so funny. The girl was just there, just looking. Just standing there, lifelessly. She was on the yard. She was in the yard, like on the yard. Not like on the sidewalk. No, she was in the middle of the yard. Just staring at people walk by. And she was covered in blood. Regular Samara has a little bit like a stain and stuff. She doesn't have a lot. And this girl had blood on her. Like she had went like this all over her chest with like fake blood or something. Her hair was actually wet. And her dress was soaking wet too. Like she was soaking wet. And I mean, it was pretty cold on Halloween. It's always if you live in Texas, then you know that it's Halloween is most of the time it's always cold or chilly on Halloween night. Whether it's hot during the day, it's always gonna be cold at night for some reason. We were walking, we wanted to get our candy and everything, and my friend over here was like, "Oh my god, that girl looks so ugly, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, she looks ugly." And I was like, but like inside of me, I was like freaking out. I was like, "Oh my god, this girl looks crazy."
I ran through there.
My sister ran to get the candy and ran out. And as soon as me and my friend got our candy, we were walking away, and we overheard the people giving us the candy. They were like, "Who the heck is that? Who the heck is that? Or what is she doing? What is she like?" Like, these people didn't know who this girl was. They didn't know who she was. At first, we thought they were just trying to scare us, but they generally did not know who this girl was. They were freaking out as well. Like, the people that were inside the house, they were just looking outside the window like, what the hell is that? Why is she standing there? As soon as we started walking away, this girl started walking right behind us, and the people all looked really shocked. They were like scared for us. They were scared for us. And we didn't notice until my sister was like, "Lourdes, hurry up, hurry up." We're like, "ANAHI'S, you're whatever, we're coming." And she was like, "Come on, she's gonna get you, blah, blah, blah." And when we turn around, we see this crazy girl right behind us, chasing us, with her arms out in front of her, trying to touch us. We're like, "Oh, heck no. No, no, no." We started running like crazy. We tried to go to the next house to get candy. This girl did not let us because she was coming so close to us. We were just like, you know what? Forget it. We ran. My dad was giving us our space, you know, and he was waiting for us at the end of the street with the van. He was letting us walk the neighborhood by ourselves because there was a lot of lights on and everything. So he let us walk, but he told us that we all had to come back together. So we ran as hard as possible, ran to the end of the street. We got to the van. We jumped on the van. We're like, "Go, go, go, go." We screamed at my dad to like hurry up and go. My mom was like, "What's going on?" Blah, blah, blah. We closed the door. We're like, "Go, go. She's chasing after us. It's this girl, this crazy girl who's chasing us. She looks like the Ring. She's gonna kill us." Blah, blah, blah. And my dad was like, "Hi, kid, cálmese, que no sé qué." He was like telling us to calm down. And then you see, bam, you see two handprints of blood on the windshield on the back, like this. She goes like this. She hits the back of the van, and my dad freaks out. He's like, "What the hell was that?" And I was like, "Gosh, she's gonna kill us! She's gonna kill us!" We're like freaking out over here, and my dad's like, and my dad started freaking out too because we were like being so dead serious. And my dad drove. I've never seen him drive so fast before. He drove that van out of there. We got to this corner gas station at the end of our street. And my dad got off to clean the windows. We were shaking. We were like literally like this, like shaking. So my dad bought us like Powerades, Gatorades, and when we're just like eating the bread, because you're supposed to eat bread after you get scared. It's supposedly like whenever you get scared, you eat bread and it goes away, so you won't have nightmares. And we're eating bread and we're eating Gatorade, and we're just like freaking out. We're like, "Oh my god, what the hell just happened? We're gonna get killed by Samara, blah blah blah." And my dad went to the back and he was wiping the windshield off, and we noticed him looking at the cloth. He was like examining it, I guess, to see whether it was real blood or fake blood or some kind of like food substance. And we tried to overhear my dad when he was talking to my mom about it, but we couldn't really hear him that well because he was talking really, really low. But my dad seemed legit worried. He was like freaking out. I think it was real blood, because my dad his face was like really serious. And he told us, "Okay, no more trick-or-treating, we're going home." And we went home, and my dad did not. My dad closed the drapes. My mom closed the drapes to the whole house. She locked the windows. She locked the doors. She turned off the porch light for no trick-or-treaters. My dad had his gun ready to, well, I mean, not ready to shoot, but he like had it ready to reach for it. He had it out in the open to where he could, you know, get a hold of it. That was a really scary night. We were chased by Samara for a whole block. She chased us for a whole street, down the whole street, because literally we had just started trick-or-treating on that street, and she chased us all the way down to my mom's car. The next year, we did not go trick-or-treating, and then the year after that, we went only like our street, and we went towards like towards the side where my uncle lives, not our side. And then the third year after that, we're just kind of like over it, and we're like, okay, well, let's try it again. We didn't see her again, but I mean, that was freaky. So anyways, that's it for my family scary stories that has happened to us over the years. I'm pretty sure there's more.
There's way more.
But those have to do for now. I don't even know if I'm gonna put all of them in this one video, because I've told like maybe like 7 or 8 stories. So I don't know if I'm gonna use all of them. We'll see. I'll probably do like 3, and then I'll do another 3 another time, and like that. So we'll see how I kind of split this scary stories. But I just wanted to do this video because I've been watching a lot of paranormal videos and everything, and I know it's nowhere near Halloween because it's literally the middle of May. But I mean, scary stories are for any time, especially at night, you know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next vlog, which will be probably on Tuesday. And let's take a quick tour of the house. So this was my bedroom, my original bedroom. Of course, the walls were so much better looking.
No, they weren't.
They were like a light purple, lavender.
They were not a light purple. They were dark ugly purple.
The curtains were pink and beautiful. So anyways, on the stories that I told you guys, my bed was right against this wall, which this is my mom's wall to her bedroom. And ANAHI'S bed was where the chair is, against that wall right there. And that's the window where we heard the baby crying.
And yes, I still sleep here, so I'm the trooper.
So one more thing about this room, you see this closet door, and you see this hook right here. Okay, so if you do not lock this door at night, if you leave it like this door will open by itself when you're asleep. So this is why we always keep this. This is why my mom put this little hook here, because this door would always open by itself, and it would freak us out. We would end up sleeping with my mom, so that's why she added that little hook there. So this is the hallway. This is my door, and this is the little hallway. This is my mom's room, right next to ours. So this is the wall, and this is our room, and this is my mom's room. And she has her restroom. That's the restroom where the shower is, where my mom used to hear like the banging and the clinking and the shower turning on by itself. That is a little room where she keeps her washer and dryer. And this is the hallway. See how creepy this hallway is? Oh my god! This toy just got interrupted. Anna, why'd you turn off the lights?
Because I went to the living room y yo me senté ahí. ¡Apaga la luz!
La de tu cuarto.
Oh.
Para pensar que el niño le va a
¡Mom!
¡Apaga la luz!
No!
Anna, can you please tell me what happened?
No, es que fui para la sala and I looked at the couch donde siempre se sienta Junior y no lo vi. And then I turned and he was there.
¡Apaga la luz de mi cuarto, Lourdes!
Oh, hell no. Ouch! This is the hallway, and that's where I saw the thing I told you guys about. That's where I saw it in the middle right there. And this is my brother's room. This is where you see this is where Anahi saw the little orb of light go from the room into the restroom. That's the restroom in the hallway. What happened?
I didn't see him. Like I literally saw black.
Where was the fish tank before it was this week?
No, it was there when it happened.
Okay, so the fish tank was by that window right there, and the little doll was right on top of it, and that's where Anahi saw it moving, and she came out, because she came out through here to look for my phone, and I guess when she was here looking for it, she saw the doll move from up there. And where's your quince doll?
Oh, it's in here.
So Anahi's quince doll is there because of that reason. I give my mom a doll for Mother's Day, and
Oh,
it's
hell
in
no.
there too for the same reason. And you feel better now? Miss Chicken?
Well, it's because he blends in.
Judy scared the hell out of Anahi. You already saw that clip I showed you where she was freaking out.
You better not put it in.
Yeah, that's why she was freaking out. I'm gonna show you guys the hallway one more time.
Show them the door.
This is the hallway. That's where I saw that thing again. That's my mom's room.
Show them
The door, what about the door?
The door that goes to the floor.
I did. You can see it on the screen. It's right there. Where y'all see that black lining? That's tape. Well, come with me. No. This is the kitchen. This is where all like the cabinets were like making noise and stuff, and everything was right where it's supposed to. My mom and the pots and pans were in their place too. Well, we used to keep the pots and pans up there, right?
Yeah.
And this is the living room. Nothing really scary has happened here much, but it is kind of like you wouldn't want to spend the night in the living room by yourself. That's all I'm saying, because it feels really freaky. Especially because our door has like a window, and you're kind of like, oh, what if somebody's staring at me from there, right there.